Hetty, technology in its rawest form, basically anything that helps us to, get work done properly, faster, more efficient. Being addicted to that is, for me, I feel that it's a mental health problem.
Hey.
That's
technology
what I feel.
Addiction.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel it's a mental health problem in the sense that you become so reliant on that particular tool that you are using to the point that now you can't do any other thing on your own. And that is a serious issue and something that is happening in our societies now. Let me do this confession. Personally, I think I am addicted to a couple of things when it comes to technology because I can't go a full day without my phone. There was a time when, I wasn't so addicted to the phone. But now I can't go a full day without my phone. Not because I go and have fun there, but because I am almost always working. And you know how the world has become smaller now? Now you pick your phone, you pick your tablet, you pick whatever. That's your office. You understand? I remember 2019, 2020, when I was at the Takrady port, we were working with gas operations. The whole office that I had was on a laptop. The main company office was in Tema. But the company office in Takrady was on my laptop. So almost all the time you see me here, I'm actually carrying the office. That's how ingenious and how positive technology can be.
Yeah.
But the other side is when you get to the point where you cannot do any other thing without technology, that becomes a problem. Because as it stands now, people are working 24/7 on their phones, tablets, whatever. And because of that, we are now in an age where work never stops. We are always working. So in this case, that means you are always going to be addicted to the phone or to your tablet or to whatever. And it's not just with the phones, because when we talk about these things, that is what people think about first. Your phone, your tablet, your laptop and stuff like that. But it goes beyond that. Right. Charlie, something as simple as a blender. You can be addicted to it. Gone were the days where we use what do you call it? Tapoli. Asanka. Yes. We used to the stone, the grinder. Yes. Technology came to make it better. But now this is the point whereby, so why a light offer?
You can't blend.
Someone can't cook. I had a lady friend
I also have a friend
who went to the market to do shopping. Why a BBS you ho? Time minutes today, or by blending your man would doom light. She couldn't cook till the following day. She had to put everything down. And I was like, you don't have a Asanka and a Tapoli, right?
Yeah.
Any bufia. Also, I have some. Let me say, what do you use it for? I say, it's in the kitchen. Like, once the way be a contom maybe one year we know why then or that. But you don't know you can use that one to blend. So we wouldn't call for you, but on to me, yeah, the pressure will be too much on her wrist. I just said in my head that no. So that is how bad technology can get. In as much as it came to make life easier, you just put everything in. Now we have blenders that can blend even this mug to powder. That is good. But before that, we had people doing the manual. So when we get to the point where we are over reliant on technology, Charlie, it is very dangerous.
It's very dangerous. Shanzi, what are you addicted to when it comes to technology?
Plenty.
Laptop, social media stuff.
Plenty.
Why is he saying plenty?
What are you addicted
What
to?
are those?
You tell us.
There are lots of technological things to do.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
That could get people
No. When it comes to technology, what do you mean? What you guys mean?
When it comes to technology, what are you addicted to?
Tell me some.
I don't
Is
know.
it that there are a lot? Doesn't we have plenty?
A lot of
cars.
tools.
Cars,
devices.
Someone's so addicted to being in the car.
Do I even have a car?
We have a lot of cars, tools, devices, a lot of
dildos.
stuff. Okay. So what are you addicted to? when it comes to technology?
I don't have a dildo, a vibrator. I don't have one. I'm looking forward to have one and see how it feels, because I've heard from people that it's nice. But
Okay. What are you addicted to?
well, I'm addicted to phone. My phone.
Of all the technological stuff, it's
My
what you're addicted to.
my phone
Okay.
before I think TV, but then now I don't remember the last time I watched TV. And then what? I think that's it. I think that's it.
Okay, so let's take a look at the psychological and then physical effects of excessive technology use.
Hetty,
You're addicted to phones, so you can talk more.
Yeah. You know, when Brahmans was making his submission, he said something that he sees those things like if you're addicted to technology that much,
Mental issue.
it's like you have a mental issue. Well, I might not really side with him
Okay.
on that, because, you know, when new things come in, and you know that technology actually helps make things much easier, much more easier. It's, you know, sister, they are called me. Because I feel, hey, I can do that. Maybe now I like, so I'll do it. But then it's not easy. Kablan they do gum 1 to 5 minutes, 2 minutes, then you are done, you are cooking, right? But now, and blend the new I feel be say nkwana na se padan your man fine sister about chu asondo asanso echu about how to
It was being done before.
Yes, I know, I get it, but now Blender has made it much more easier. So you using Blender all the time, you know, on a daily basis, and then once a while we do lighter, you might feel lazy to do that.
And that's why I said it's a mental, because there at that point
But I don't-
mentally
I don't know.
you are not driven to do that which you could have
Now,
done
Chef,
without it.
when you were talking, you make mention of that bobana. Sisi apo ehubi.
Obi
Yeah.
ebi wa ha.
Ebi wɔ hɔ, but
Go to the
ɔwɔ
villages
hɔ.
and
it's not
see.
so
Villages
common.
in fan. Na yɛ kɔ na wɔ villages here.
Saa wɔ nkɔ hɔ.
But yɛ ka someone. Ewa, the same way village for no, ebi nim Blender. Ɛkɔ village, me papa no kom first na light in hɔ. Light be yes sister. Yɛ pɔ yɛ kom pe alo. I should have see the engine one. Atasa. So the moment you are being introduced to, the other time around town, I spoke with someone. The person was like, oh. Before now on having sex that he was okay on having sex that, you know, he's not promiscuous, he's not all that. But the moment he started having sex, a down the bemuno or electrifying no. As sister, also want to know or be to atasa. It's, you know, if you're not being introduced to the thing, it is different.
But once you
It
are,
will be that. Even a Mr. Right to me, you see, be day. But when way you see, be the what testifies the fact that it is better than, you know, men, you know, but you can even testify to that.
excuse me,
You can testify.
please.
Oh, say some can
Please.
Okay, can you testify to that?
No, I haven't tried before.
You haven't
so,
tried
yeah.
a vibrator, so then we are going to buy it together and use it together.
Cristero,
I'm not done. So, Ewa, Obi. My man's. Oh, it's true. Obi using vibrator than Ewa, but not all.
Why are you so-
Is that the only
Exactly.
technological tool you can think
You
of?
see, I use a blender. Who said something?
I talked about the phone. I talked about car,
But you capitalize on blender.
and you are capitalizing on that.
capitalizing on vibrate.
Everything. Maybe we are an example. You understand?
Oh, my
First,
God.
Mr. Christian, the way the girls were no, since you answer them, because now we have second options. Hey, sorry, options.
Let's take a quick turn,
Oh,
and when we
okay.
are back, we will still pick it from Shansi again.
Mineral water, I've been Ponsio. Shashamali says so.
Welcome back from that quick commercial break. It's still a Wanking show, and we are still on with the big plate conversation. Nanama Shansi, let's take it from you.
Exactly. So as I was saying, you know, I was using Christian. Let me continue. That no,
don't
he
use
can
me.
testify the
No,
fact
you
that
are a
don't
single
use
man.
me.
no,
No.
listen,
No,
listen. First, na girls no.
Me,
If you want
her
her-
first, no.
You are the
Cecile,
girl them sugar,
There
so-
be. I have not had that experience before. Me pacho.
Girls be how that.
Debbie.
Okay, the men can testify. Please, men, you can actually bring in your
But
comments.
you have a gentleman on your.
But
on
he is
your-
married. I don't want to, set him up for
So
anything.
let's
And
take
the
him back
culture
to
is
his
another-
days where he was.
Okay,
Eh.
back to the single
Said to
days.
said to me.
To the single
Who
days.
started that? Be?
So you're free.
But you're about to single. Me found argue or time I start here. Me dey say. Oh, that's that time. Not man hard drink. But see, I know. Once you say you can't say about Saturdays not deal this in shed on your way. See, I know more hard drink because there is something called a vibrator. We even have you kind of say vibrators that do licking. Do you know that? Christian, do you know that?
No.
Okay, so I'm teaching you something.
Yeah.
Your vibrators are more or like we believe vibrator open can a vibrator, but a vibrator. You understand? So all these things, people are addicted to it. So now if I call Chris and say, "Oh, I'm busy, this, and that," I won't push. I have a vibrator. I'll satisfy myself. You understand? I don't have some, but I'm just saying for the people that have it.
But
You
Shanzi,
see,
why of all the things you can
I'm
talk
done with the
about, like the
vibrator.
way,
I'm moving.
I mean, we are talking about technology.
But that is also technology.
We can talk about microphones, we can talk about the cameras, we can
but
talk
that is
about
also
the lights.
technology.
I mean,
well,
why-
man, that is also
But man,
technology.
Maybe a vibrator.
Obiane the technology.
Of
You decided
course.
to speak
Why are you
about.
doing this to me?
What did you talk about?
A blender.
A blender.
Nobody said anything about that.
Yes, you decided
So-
to talk about blender. Someone
Exactly.
is
So
talking
now
about.
you're talking about you kind of say microphones, cameras. Now look at the cameras here. Christian, are you looking?
And by one, so you be hey. It's
What
when
I'm
you-
making me know I didn't come out. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, cameras no. Say say camera first. Now I say obi be gina ha no the camera to ne ha say. Oh, na see so na bra na betini ade na memo ma bo bebre na na na. What's the first camera no more do? So dan ha. Ni na no na e mo je me build no mo nya. But say here na see we camera na see we ya.
Kakra chen kroi.
Me na me ka kire o. Me na
beti na ma fo hwebu echire.
Oh, me say. Oh, say be na see we. Come on. It's what fine.
Yeah.
Obi anso mu. So you understand? Say see an yan say you ka say na camera ya say na say you kutwa around town baby na Kofi Annan twa video na say video na e shaky because only tripod na nsa na ya. What you say?
Nsa wo so.
Nsa wo so. Say see camera nko say na say
Say so obi so say
no
wo so a say
studios.
wo hwehwɛ mu ye ebi an nyansa na ye ne ya o.
Ebi na dey.
You don't know.
I mean, check. You're free no studios to say on best camera moi for this whole time I hear video now. I'll be break. What I say, no matter what, you're going to get addicted one way or the other. There are so many things. Now we have air conditions. We used to have fans. We want to fan it to me, but baby, not fan it to me. Choco. They near the idea. And then air conditioner also, yeah, within 1 minute. Then when you now, and fan when a real boy bonny idea. What about fan boy ebo heat? Say fan heat or what? Ebo heat nebo. Say a new or ebo new, but air conditioner and sir. Oh, and say we will be a what the air conditioner for some time. Maybe I say ya, sister. Oh, be you out. They make what I say. So no matter how we used to, have some other things that we used to use that. Maybe I say new things are. Easier, no. You're going to get addicted to those things that are making life easier one way or the other, and that is acceptable. Sorry, you understand? That is what I'm saying. I'm not going to. And psychologically, it has influence on us. Say in the ebia and my sister no be a shumu for ne funsema. I'm sure the whole because on point kasano. You can feel it there. You're not okay. It's like there is something out of you, like right the be a fumu. You understand? Because it's part of you now. So technology, it is here to help us, yes. But I'm sure years, I think I'm sure years. Is but we also couldn't put the why didn't him cry? Why didn't him so?
Cristero, let's take a look at the impact on relationship, work, and our daily lives. Addiction to technology.
So technology in its natural sense is supposed to have made life easy and make us connect to people easily. For example, or especially with the emergence of social media, it makes you connect to people easily. But what do we see now? it's rather make people isolate them more. And a study has shown that, those who are between the ages of 19 and 32 tend to isolate themselves more from others because these are the people who use social media a lot. That is where we are heading towards now. And when you are isolated, you see, sometimes when someone calls me, I even feel reluctant to pick the call. I want the person to be texting me. I want that kind of thing. I just don't want to talk on phone. I just don't want that voice thing. Let's do the chat. And
sometimes you'll be sitting down crying.
Yes, and then
chatting.
Yes. You see that in some husbands and wives are very good when they are chatting, when their wife is not in the house and the man is also not in the house. They will chat, they will do all sort of things. But when they are together in their homes, they don't communicate.
Now couples have sex and then they'll be holding their phones, chatting and all
People round table, people decide to have some weekend. I mean, on a weekend, on a Saturday night, Friday night, let's have some drinks. On the table, just be behind the table or beside the table, everybody will be holding their phones. And the drinks will be there.
They will even surprise you to know that they are chatting each other. Some of them are chatting each other.
And they are not talking to themselves, physically. That physical touch isn't there anymore.
Now we have phone sex.
And you see, I never knew we have something like that. Thank you for it.
I beg.
I thank you for this education.
You never knew one.
Yes.
You never knew that.
You are telling me.
Oh, Brajai.
What did you say?
knows about this.
What did you say?
Phone sex.
Wow. I never knew about
everything
this.
you talk about is sex related. You like sex, but
Not really.
But is it a bad
I'm not
thing
even
anyway?
having sex at the moment.
Christopher.
Yeah, some more.
Oh, God.
So, Hetty, for me, technology, yes, has come to help, but you should always be careful the way you overuse it, because if you overuse technology, it takes that human part away from you. Husbands and wives, family are not communicating well in the home, and one thing that sustains marriage,
Communication.
yes, it's communication, especially when you are communicating physically.
Bonding.
It creates a certain kind of bond. It creates a certain kind of chemistry between you. You can't always be doing phones. That is why when the person even travels outside, you see, the person may talk to you on massa. You need that touch. You need that physical presence. It is very important. But technology, I'm nipa that essence. Because I think there was a problem with network.
Yeah.
In fact, I think on Monday my phone got damaged, and it looked like my world has come to an end. My phone, because I was out of touch.
WhatsApp was down. Everything was down.
The whole internet was down.
problem,
For me,
No, before the internet problem.
Okay, yeah. there were
Remember?
times
Yeah.
when-
Facebook, WhatsApp, everything
went
Meta.
down. Meta went down.
and
See how
it
life
looked
was.
like your life has come to an end. My phone got damaged, and I was like, "What is happening?" And you see, I was home, and it looked like my world had come to an end because I was out of touch. I didn't know what was going on around me and all of that. I said, "Hey, so this is what technology can do to man."
Yeah.
No, man. I have to find a way of staying off my phones for some time. I have to begin to practice that. When it happened to me on Monday, I decided that no, there should be a time where I'll put my phone somewhere and do natural things, sit somewhere, enjoy some fresh air. It's good. It's good. Or just the people in my house, communicate with it. There's one girl in my house. Hey, Obaba be bow punum says, "Well, who bear 1 hour? Obaba be bow punum maybe says, hey, are you there? I've not seen you." I love that vibe. Hey, you're good. I want to learn to practice that thing. Udwi nipa ho, But let me tell you, it's phone. Esieni so sao. Esieni so sao. You get problem. You get problem aside from all this isolation and the depression it brings, because the depression that the is not. It depends on the kind of communication you are even having. Any and I know the can who could tell phone they be who phone so ajia for real or send your match wouldn't be about depression.
So let's look at how this can impact relationship too.
This can impact relation. In fact, technology can impact relation.
The addiction.
Positively.
How can it impact relationship?
You see, it can be positive. There can be the positive aspect of it. There can be the negative aspect of it. Na me call a brand be kitchen. Na me ni aje wa kitchen home. In fact, ocean no me work kitchen home. What's it? That brand said I need to cry her.
Okay.
Yes. Na me call am say, hey, unia. Me share say they will see kitchen. How you want to marry? Say Charlie, how I go do am? I they do for the woman. Say bema. Unkasa oyama hoda. Sad why not drink? Maybe so be that daddy I mean. But why not drink? Say
talk to me.
So then
thank you.
Now some can phone.
Was spec a kitchen home say any woman will go step here.
Would want to
yes. Very beautiful and everything they did some. You understand? But it also bring in that thing where Brahmans mentioned that so at a point in time when she comes in to use all of these, at a point in time when there's light out, then she decides not to cook. Then the husband will begin to talk. So there's no like can't you grind or something. You know, it breaks down that relationship. As a donor or woman will be no so bad because you cannot cook without electricity. Hey,
or better because of electricity.
Light in you because you do light. Don't mean you don't mean chimeko.
I know that
Put me in chimeko. And I said, "No, person catch me."
Or better because of electricity.
Now don't say.
Electricity.
Memo be a chimeko na mami. Betchino kwama no.
Confess you betchino.
Obetchime kwama me. Monto kra mo ya me chance na kofa we mu na ba.
Inti wa worry me na say light out.
Chimeko Greek love. So, Hetty, we should find that balance. We should try to find that balance because overuse of technology breaks the bond. I mean, it doesn't bring out the best in us. Sometimes we need to sit down as a family, you know, as friends. Yankasa, let's chat. Yanka bibine yansre. Yahu. Chale, nipa hu akono se nchena mo.
Nice one. Brahmans, I know you are really versed with technology and all of that. Now, let's take a look at strategies for digital detox and setting boundaries. How can we help curb technology addiction? Let's look at some of the ways.
Yes, so Hetty, when Chris was talking, I just felt like Chris, as a Chris a kamasem, as a biago kamasem, and a Chris a kamasem, as a person kasem nimbi, that kind of thing. And as I said earlier on, I am guilty. Until just a couple of years, let's say about 4 years, 5 years that I started pushing social media stuff, and that is when I kind of became addicted. But prior to that, I remember I went on Facebook for like 3 years sometime. I mean, when I came back on Facebook, I really didn't know what was going on. Like, it was all like new to me.
Funny enough, I'm that girl who can leave her phone there the whole day.
Yeah,
like,
here.
You understand?
I'm not bothered about what goes on. I don't care.
That's why I said
for some of us, I have learned.
Yeah, you need
to
to be able to do that.
It's one thing,
but
your phone being with you and then you're not using it, and it's another thing losing it. You understand?
So you see, for someone like me, it is not even about the social media thing, because my phone no ain't name Charlie, do the job for me. So for me, it's an all-round thing. You understand?
Yeah.
And until recent, as I said, no, I wasn't really very addicted to my phone or stuff like that. But when I started like working with my phone, my laptop, like getting like multiple streams through the phone. At first, as Christian said, if it is physical engagement, it's a different thing. But when it is everything is centered on that technology, then it becomes difficult, because now if you decide that, okay, let me go off my phone for 5 hours, Charlie, you are losing money in 5 hours. So that is where the difficulty comes. So with what you said, how the best way you can detox that kind of addiction is by scheduling yourself, scheduling your activities on the phone, and then intentionally, it is supposed to be an intentional thing that you decide that, Charlie, if it is 2 hours a day that I am going to interact, play, just engage human beings or animals or nature or whatever, I'm going to do it. You realize that if you take 2 hours a day, every single day, let's say you're on your phone, let's say 8 hours or 12 hours, and out of that 8 hours, you decide you're going to take 2 hours of that time to spend with people, to spend with nature, to spend with human beings, animals, whatever. You can have a pet or whatever. You realize that within a week, you would have engaged more with people or other things aside your phone or whatever your addiction is. So that is where the intentional part comes in. You should be deliberate that I am going to do this thing. If you don't set your mind, I'm going to do it, Charlie, it won't work. And it goes beyond just the phone. Let's look at what Shanzi was saying, the cooking thing, and it's intentional. You might have all the gadgets and everything. You might have the grill, you might have the microwave, you might have everything.
Sometimes just deliberately decide
that, Charlie, today I will use a coal pot to get that kind of. You understand?
No,
that's why I said
okay.
It's an intentional thing. So within the week, maybe Friday you want to do tilapia or something. Ideally, you would have used a grill. But Charlie, Friday we did. You see charcoal, a coal pot. And the funny thing is, now everything has been modified to the point that even the local things, even the coal pots now is, it's high. Because at first, coal pots, even the matiti for a chance that kind of on the but Charlie, we have now one that is made Charlie coal pots and I did to mushroom now. Charlie, some level be even charcoal. Ibruna Kazampo. Since our technology has catch the thing. Now charcoal and Kazampo won't tell you what some of them they use a coconut husk.
Yeah.
They process it and Charlie at the tube to admit it can burn for like a year.
Yeah.
So whether we like it or not, technology has come to make everything different. But we need to be intentional. There are certain things you can't really run away from it. I mean, on what then you are going to use. But that is where you need to be intentional. Like, decide that I am not going to be overly reliant on technology. So the things that you could have done on your own, manually, without technology, do it. One of my things that now I'm trying to work on is moving short distance, walking. Sometimes I do calculation. I'm like, okay, I have to go to the junction. If I go with the car, within 5 minutes, I'm there, I'm back. I can come and get this thing done. If I decide to walk, it might take me about 30 minutes to go and come back. I'll come back, I'm tired. Yes, I might have exercise and all that. But at that 30 minutes, I could have come back to do some extra work that would have, So you need to be intentional. Because the world now is a technological world. At first, you write a letter, you send it to the post office, it will take some time before they come and pick it, then they take it, then when it goes before it gets to the person, it's like a month. Before the person will reply, I don't know if you did pen pal.
Yeah, I did.
Before the person would reply, so one letter, it would take about 2 months or 3 months. Today I just pick my phone and call my friend in the UK and Charlie, we talk, and we don't just talk, we see each other. That is how the world has become so small. I remember at first, when my mom wants to talk to my dad was in Germany, then Boga, then times. When my dad wants to talk to my mom wants to talk to my dad, there's this recorder that all the Boggers had and their wife, they had some recorder and some small cassettes. You put it inside. You sit down. You talk and narrate everything you want to tell the person. It's going to be on the cassette. When you finish, you box it, put it in an envelope,
And send it
give to
across.
some burger who is going back. When he goes, he gives it to the person. The person also sits down. And I'm from YD. And this is how we wait till you know. That's what I done. Put it in a recorder. Also record whatever he wants to say. Give it to someone who is coming back to Ghana. The person comes, gives it to you, and you sit down and you play. That is how the leap has been. Now you can be in wherever. Antarctica, cry. You just pick a phone, you call. Sometimes you just send an email. Sometimes so Charlie, to detox or reduce that effect, you can't totally take it out. Now in this world,
effort.
we can't. But you need to be conscious about it. Make time deliberately to do things that you can do on your own without technology.
Now, let's look at some of the tools and resources for achieving digital wellness. Shanzi, what are some of the things that can really help us while, using the digital space, technology, and all of that? Some of the tools, the resources, some of the things we can do or use to ensure that, fine, we are addicted to technology, right? But there's something better we are getting out of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. We are addicted. Everybody, one way or the other, is addicted to technology, and it is here to help. Even though some of us we use it, in the negative way, or the impact it gives us is negative. But then, technology for me is here to help. Now, the other time we were talking about AI.
Yeah,
you understand. You can say chat GPT and all that. Now, if you want to resign at where you are working, you don't have to stress yourself to write any kind of letter.
you easily get a resignation letter.
I want that this one will just type the whole thing within a few seconds, send it back to you. You do whatever you have to do, whether it's email, whatever.
Yeah,
You understand. There are so many things that now has been made much more easier. Now people are here, but they are working with companies outside Ghana.
yeah.
People are working with companies outside Ghana, and it's all because of this technology. All thanks to technology and then the improvements and all that. So it has come to help in so many ways, And the funny part is when new thing is being introduced, you see that gradually the old one is fading away.
Yeah.
It's getting off the system. You'll be looking for it and then you won't find. So sometimes some things will be put on social media and be like, do you remember this thing? If you never used it, then you're not my mate and all that. You understand? New things everywhere then. And before, people actually made big deal of things that has come these days. For instance, fufu machine crampo. And there are some people have not actually
gotten used to it.
Because they're like, fufu machine should then. Why? What's say?
I don't do fufu machine.
Yeah. You understand? Me personally, I don't like fufu that has been made with machine. I don't like it. Because at the machine, or how what say? And I say, one can also susa or how what
the sweat and everything makes it taste good.
You understand? So some things are there, people don't really fancy it before. Even before, if you tell someone to get a generator, it is a big deal. Like generator generator can't in several. If you find yourself in a country like Ghana, generator in there, but it's not first to come for shut down fancy the manya or people better since I don't fufu machine. You can even have some in your house. You have a blender, fufu blender B. You just the world has really improved. It has really improved, and we have so many people actually hopping on this thing, using them. Washing machine, first washing machine not a big deal. Hey, mambo walo na bet me fi albest I'm to washing machine active that. But see no me fu bebe na who normal. Cause be say na kasa pon if washing machine wo ho. You understand? It's not anything. It's not any big deal. See, some men might find it, some way, but then most of them are okay with it because Ejuma sam ye penentem day mofuma no so do so afuna bet sound sister ato chundo our panties our socks our day afoba so e wo boss no so ye no hu fia na worry nyindam na we won hu fi pa. It's imagine better for socks clear. Better town by the 5 minutes, miss 5 minutes, 2 hours put na roll socks coupon we. It's better so to na bat and for
about 2 hours that day. A day.
Oh, you know, ringer.
Abba.
You get
Now what baby.
I'm just exaggerating.
Allow.
I say it is a see understand me na and microwave wo we. Eduane bi wo ho a anka bia obetimi de egu silver mu ehiti.
Asebeshe.
O say
Asebeshe.
O say eduane bi wo kwa esua. Wo de share microwave ma fa na aye entensem. After no de begu silver mu no ebe we kwa na quantity no so ate. Na you know, Charlie, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful, yeah.
Cristero, now let's round up the conversation by taking a look at the role of technology companies in promoting responsible use.
I think education is key. Yes, education is key, especially educating young people on the use of phone and the fact that
technology is not limited to phone alone.
No,
Yeah,
like generally,
things,
we are talking about the general use of, technology. Education is key, especially to young people. You need to let them understand that, you see, these technology companies, once a while, they should just go run. Educate people, or as part of, I don't know if some of the people do, but some of the gadgets, they should come with some manual. You read and understand and get, just like
they come with manuals, but we just don't read.
Okay, we ignore them.
We don't read.
Yes,
Even medicine leaflets.
Yes,
Marco phone has me read manual.
So
these are
yes.
but as some was we do not read the guy because talk car and I think car no woman there so do you as a car no buy but in no do no ma that may alarm and I don't know now us the be fubi if you be want to come but then yes what the empire one shuffle solution common na December na obi catch and car no manually read us that be okay final read no so can know who then na sa na I don't know or bibia us do ye na on ye no ma no ye you understand the emperor before emperor reading
so
why that out of phrase that was read manual
so it should come with it. I think that education is one of the best ways. If you educate the people out there, I'm sure if the education go down well, especially to those who are coming up kids, before they grow up, they get to know, they get to understand some of these things and the overuse of technology, and its addiction and everything. I think it is something that is going to help. And this companies and sometimes because they are also looking for their money and they don't care about it. Me I can't say mobile is it operating company, right?
Yeah.
And a mobile network operating company. I want people to buy my data. Make money. I should tell them they
don't browse.
No, they won't do it. They won't. So that is people have become selfish. Companies, they are it is money over every other thing, because if you are not there, another person is there to use it. You can die and go.
But the new person is business.
Yes,
that's the thing.
So that is what that is how the world has become, and that is how it is. You understand? It is business over every other thing. We are not thinking about the next man, but maybe some education out there will do. I had this friend who was telling me that Charlie, ne papa. He's gone on retirement, and the only time he gets to go out is na account, then he goes out or call bank, then he interact with the people, and then they told him that say you don't have to go to bank again.
You just send it to your phone.
Yeah.
I say Brent, me wouldn't them. Now the only way I get to interact with my people is when it's at the end of the month, and then I go out there, get to interact with people, and
so he actually looks forward to doing that.
And when sound for phones, and
now you
guys want me to die.
You see, now buying shopping you see, you sit in your house, you order, even restaurants. Now you don't even go to the restaurant. You sit, and there's this new product that Apple has released. I've forgotten the name, where It's I've forgotten the name. It's a new product. It's like this virtual.
I've seen it.
Yes, I've forgotten the name. And I watched the features of that thing, and I'm like, Sisi Ankasa, the whole world will be in your room.
Yeah.
Basically, everything will be in your room.
All thanks to technology. Thank you so much for your time on the One King Show, joining us on the Big Plate Conversation. It's always a pleasure to come your way with educative content like this. So kindly subscribe to our socials at One King Multimedia so we keep serving you more. Thank you so much. Like our videos, share our posts, and subscribe to all our pages for more informative, educative, yet entertaining content. My name is Hetty. Thank you so much, and we shall see you next week.